Have you ever noticed how people slowly start fading from your life once you reach a certain age? Not because of any fight or misunderstanding, but because they just quietly stop showing up. Calls become fewer, visits grow shorter, and invitations stop coming. You sit at home, wondering if anyone still thinks about you. And the sad part is, you're not alone. So many older people feel the same way. As we grow older, especially after 80, it's like the world starts to assume we're done living, done dreaming, and done being needed. But you're still here. You still feel, think, and matter. That's why, in this video, we're talking about 8 real signs that people slowly start stepping back from your life as you age. Not always because they mean to hurt you, but because society begins to see you differently. And in part 1, we'll look at the first 4 signs. The first one, conversations feel different now. People talk to you like they're checking on you, not like they want to hear you. You used to have deep talks, laugh for hours, and feel heard. But now it's just, did you eat? Or, are you okay? They don't ask what's on your mind. It's not just friends. Sometimes it's your own kids or grandkids. They update you on their lives, but never stop to ask about yours. The second sign is that you stop getting invited to things. At first, it's one birthday party you miss. Then, it's a family gathering they say you'd be too tired for. And before you know it, holidays come and go, without you even knowing. The worst part? They think they're being kind. But what you really wanted was the choice, not to be left out. The third sign is when people stop asking for your advice. You used to be the one everyone called for help or opinions. Now, decisions get made without you. No one calls to ask, what do you think? They assume you won't understand or that your ideas are too old-fashioned. But your wisdom didn't fade. In fact, it grew. You've seen more than most, and your voice still matters, even if they forget to ask. And the fourth sign? People still visit you, but now it feels like they're doing a job, not spending time. They bring groceries, check their watch, stay standing, and rush through the visit. It feels like they're there because they have to be, not because they want to. It's no longer, I came to see you, but I just dropped by quickly. You're thankful, yes, but deep down, you miss being loved, not just looked after. These are painful signs, but they're real. You're not imagining it. In part 2, we'll talk about 4 more things that start happening as people drift further, including how they start making choices for you and talk like you're not even in the room. But remember this, you're not a burden, not forgotten, and not invisible. Your presence still has value, and you still deserve to be heard, seen, and included. The 5th sign is when people begin making decisions for you instead of with you. You find out your plans have been made without your input. They tell you, we thought this would be easier, or we didn't want to bother you. Suddenly, you're being told where you'll go, what you'll do, what you'll eat, and even who will take care of your things, without ever being asked. They think they're helping, but they forget that you're still capable of thinking, feeling, choosing. It's not just frustrating, it's insulting. Because what they really take away isn't just your right to choose, but your sense of independence, your sense of control over your own life. That quiet loss is one of the deepest cuts of all. And what makes it worse is that most of the time, people don't even notice they're doing it. They call it love. They call it care. But what it feels like to you is being pushed out of your own story. The sixth sign is when people start talking about you instead of to you, and they do it right in front of you like you're invisible. You sit in the room, fully aware, fully present, and yet someone turns to the nurse or another family member and says, "She hasn't been sleeping well," or "He forgets things sometimes now." They speak as if you're not there, like you don't understand, like you've become some fragile object, not a person with a voice. And what hurts isn't just the words, it's being left out of your own life. You want to scream, "Talk to me, I'm still here." But most of the time, you just stay quiet, because fighting to be seen becomes exhausting. The seventh sign is perhaps the most revealing. It's when the only time people show up is when something goes wrong. They're absent when life is calm, but when there's a health scare, a fall, or a sudden illness, they come running. You become the emergency, not the family, not the friend. They don't call to say hello. They don't visit just to chat. They wait until something bad happens, and then they show up with worried faces and tight hugs. And while part of you is glad they're there, another part wonders, why now? Why only when I'm broken? Do they only see me when I'm suffering? It makes you feel like your pain is the only thing that matters to them, not your joy, your thoughts, or your presence. And that creates a deep ache in your heart, because nobody wants to feel useful only when they're in trouble. We want to be loved in the quiet moments too, when we're doing okay, when we're still able to laugh, to share, to simply be ourselves. The eighth and final sign is perhaps the hardest of all. It's when you start feeling like you're fading from people's memory while you're still alive. They look at you, and all they talk about is the person you used to be. He was so strong. She used to light up the room. Back in the day, no one could keep up with him. And even though they mean it kindly, it cuts deep, because it makes you feel like your best days are behind you, like you're already gone, even though you're right there, still breathing, still thinking, still hoping someone will truly see you again. It's one of the loneliest feelings in the world, to sit in a room full of people and still feel invisible, to hear your name only in past tense, to see your worth measured by what you were, not who you are. And when all these signs come together, when people stop calling, stop including you, stop asking for your thoughts, when they speak around you, decide for you, visit only in crisis, and treat you like a memory instead of a human being, it builds a deep, quiet sadness. You start to feel like you're slowly disappearing. And yet, here's the truth that often gets forgotten. You're still here. You are still whole. You are still you. Your age does not erase your voice. Your years do not cancel your value. Just because others begin to overlook you doesn't mean your story is over. You are still full of wisdom, of strength, of love. You still carry memories that can teach, a heart that can give, and a soul that still longs to be known. And if no one has told you this lately, let me be the one to say it. You matter. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are not someone to be pushed aside, managed, or spoken over. You are someone to be honored, respected, heard, loved. And if the world has grown busy and cold, if the phone has gone silent, if the visits have slowed down, I want you to know that you are not the problem. It's not that you've lost your light. It's that others have stopped looking closely enough to see it. So even if people have changed, even if things feel different now, hold on to yourself. Speak when you can. Share your story. Laugh when something brings you joy. Cry when the loneliness creeps in. But never, ever let the silence convince you that you are no longer worth being seen. Because your presence, yes, yours, still holds meaning. You are still someone's mother, father, sister, friend, teacher, neighbor, and even if they've forgotten what you mean to them, you don't have to forget what you mean to yourself. You are still becoming. You are still capable. You are still here. So let this message be your reminder. No matter how many people drift away, no matter how quiet the world becomes, you still matter. You always have, and you always will. Watch the videos on screen and subscribe for more.